Controversial remarks from a new book could prompt a political game change.
A new book on the 2008 presidential race gets Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid in trouble. I'm Samantha Hayes in Washington. Coming up, the fallout from the senator's controversial remarks on President Barack Obama.
The noise was so loud, and just the shaking I didn't think was ever going to quit.
First came the quake, now comes a cleanup.
And steady, aim, fire. Find out why one program is encouraging kids to shoot. Good morning, South Florida. I'm Diana Diaz.
Hi, everyone. I'm Richard Lemus. Today in Florida at 8. In HD starts right now.
This is Today in Florida.
And we begin this cold morning with a live look outside our North Bay Village studios. This Monday morning, we're getting the coldest morning, in fact, that we felt all season. Good morning once again.
Yeah, we've got some warnings to tell you about. Let's get started with a check of the weather. 7's meteorologist Julie Dritt is here. She's got your first forecast. Julie.
Good morning, Richard, Diana, in South Florida. Well, it's Monday morning, back to school and back to work, so make sure you are layered up. The kids are layered up, the scarves, the hats, the gloves, all of the above. As we mentioned, this is the coldest morning of this season so far. Temperatures this morning dipped to the upper 20s in some areas and the mid to upper 30s. So keep in mind, it's going to be much colder as you walk out the door once we factor in the wind chill. Now, right now we're seeing live conditions from our HD roof cam, crystal clear skies. Because of the cloud cover that moved offshore throughout the overnight and left us with clear skies, we allowed our temperatures to tumble very fast. Freeze warning in effect for inland areas of Miami-Dade and Broward till 10 a.m. Let's talk about this wind chill advisory that's affecting the coastal and the metro areas of Miami-Dade and Broward till 10. We also have a wind chill warning in effect for the inland areas of Miami-Dade and Broward. That's where our temperature could drop below 25 degrees or colder once you factor in the wind chill. Air temperature right now 37 in Fort Lauderdale, 38 in Miami, and Miami actually broke the old record low of 37 with a temperature this morning of 36. We also broke the old record low in Key West with a temperature of 42. The old record was 48. Inland areas, air temperature 38 degrees in Pembroke Pines, 35 in Kendall, 37 in Pompano Beach. With the breeze moving in anywhere between 8 and 16 miles per hour, it feels even colder. Look at what the feel-like temperatures are. 29 is what it feels like in Pembroke Pines as well as Pompano Beach and Kendall. 25 degrees is what it feels like in Homestead, 32 in Miami, and 28 in Fort Lauderdale. So when are we going to see a warm-up? We'll have that answer coming up in just a bit. See you soon.
And with the cold weather comes safety concerns. This after a South Florida family of 6 fell victim to carbon monoxide poisoning while trying to keep warm. Investigators say the family members were using a charcoal grill to heat up their home.
And now they're being treated at the hospital. 7's Renee Marsh continues our Team 7 coverage live from North Miami Beach. Renee.
Well, Richard, Diana, this is what you do not want to do. This family, we're told, bringing a barbecue grill inside of their home to keep warm. And investigators say that was just one very dangerous decision that they made. They all ended up here, all 6 of them, at Jackson North Hospital.
Sunday night, this is how a family of 6 tried to stay warm in their home using a charcoal barbecue grill. The 2 adults and 4 children rushed to the hospital with carbon monoxide poisoning.
They lit up charcoal inside the house and was moving it from room to room, and they asphyxiated themselves with carbon monoxide.
The bitter cold becoming costly in more ways than one. At this Ace Hardware store, South Floridians trying to keep warm are scooping up space heaters left and right.
It's been quite busy today. We sold about somewhere between 350 and 400 heaters.
In Homestead, Saturday night, a family forced out of their home. Investigators say a space heater in a child's bedroom started the fire.
The cold comes and seeps in underneath the door, so I got to put towels underneath the doors. Got to close all the doors to the rooms so we can preserve the heat.
Thousands of families in South Florida without power. The record demand for electricity during this stretch of cold weather proving to be tough for FP&L to match. More than 1,000 FP&L crews working to get customers back online. A reminder to families like this family of 6 trying to stay warm. Officials say always be mindful of your safety.
It's extremely dangerous to use any fire inside a house. You run the risk of asphyxiating yourself with carbon monoxide, especially with charcoal.
Well, FP&L says that this is the record high. They have hit a record high for the demand as far as electricity goes, beating out a very hot summer day in August 2005. They have several crews out there trying to get all those customers back in business. That's the latest from here. We're live this morning from North Miami Beach. Renee Marsh, Today in Florida.
The weather also hard on Florida farmers, with some finding their crops frozen.
7's Luann Sorrell joins us now live outside our North Bay Village studios with more on farmers and people. Luann?
Well, Diana and Richard, it is definitely a cold one out here this morning. I feel like I'm back in Minnesota. My family has been calling me, harassing me, telling me, hey, you live in South Florida. Well, we have the same temperatures here in Minnesota, if you can believe that. And they're right. It was so cold this morning, I couldn't find my gloves, so I had to snag my 3-year-old's mittens. He's a big boy, as you can tell. Well, usually this time of year here in South Florida, it's sunny and warm, but for some reason, Mother Nature has decided to give us the cold shoulder. One South Florida farmer looking up for a little help early Monday morning. He knows some of his crops are going to freeze over, but hopes the damage is minimal.
Oh, no, God's in control of the whole thing. You know, we think we're in control, cranking these pumps up, but, you know, when God says it's going to freeze, it's going to happen.
Others are just looking for a little relief.
People are just so uncomfortable.
It's a sight hard to imagine.
I'm from New England, and I can tell you, this is New England weather.
South Florida gets cold blasts, but they normally only last a couple of days. But we've been in this cold spell for a little more than a week now, and it's hitting everyone hard, even the orangutans at Miami Metro Zoo. More images coming in of iguanas frozen in time, their bodies shut down to keep them from freezing to death. The perennial hotspot, Miami Beach, ice cold.
Clubs don't look like they're very busy, and you know, so it couldn't be too good.
Near the Port of Miami, steam coming off of the water, homeless shelters filling up with people in need. The overflow has Salvation Army officials following a disaster model. From the city out to the country, more of the same. A traditionally busy time for Everglades ecotourism, hurt by visitors holed up in hotels trying to keep warm. The deep freeze still threatening an orange crush for the state's citrus growers. Farmers around the Sunshine State continue to water their crops around the clock, looking to keep a protective layer of ice on their plants. If not, the temperatures stand to ruin the fruit of their labor.
We're keeping our fingers crossed that it doesn't get to be as cold as what they say it's going to get.
Some of you may be waking up this morning to see frost on your windshields. You can see here some viewers taking some pictures of their cars and sending it to here to 7 News. Now, if you see any wintry images when you wake up this morning and step out the door, we'd like to see them as well. You can snap it and email it to us. The address is send it to 7@WSVN.com. Live outside the Newsplex, I'm Luann Sorrell, Today in Florida.
And stay with the news station for continuing coverage on the deep freeze. Julie will have her full forecast coming up, and you can always go to our website for details. That's WSVN.com.
This is a Fast Track Alert.
7 Skyforce showing you a heavy pack of traffic southbound on the Palmetto, also known as the 826, approaching 103rd Street. This is actually lighter than normal, thank goodness for that. With a northbound Palmetto, more like the Carl Meadow, with very heavy delays northbound just after Bird Road and continuing to drag all the way up towards the Dolphin. Talking about dragging, let's look at the Dolphin, also known as the 836 eastbound. Delays pretty much from the Turnpike all the way out towards Red Road. After that, it gets moving again. Here's some good news. Southbound 95 is moving here at 151st Street, but it continues to get heavy from 103rd Street down to State Road 112. And the bad news, you know those left express lanes that you've been riding in for free for the last couple months? Well, starting Friday, they're going to start taxing you for them, and you'll have to have a sun pass to drive in those lanes. If not, you can get an expensive ticket. Live from 7 Skyforce, I'm Stephen J. Gray. Here's Lauren Lane. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Right now, Stephen, heading out the door, and we've got in Broward County a crash, I-75 northbound at Royal Palm Boulevard. 95, no accidents reported. It looks like this all the way up to Hillsborough Boulevard in Deerfield Beach. And then 595 east is a stop and go, as you can see, approaching Pine Island, more stopping and going. So from 75 down toward 95, that drive is 35 minutes. Instead, you could always use Griffin Road to the south as your eastbound alternate toward the major roadways. Slight tap of the brakes you can expect as well approaching the 75 southbound on-ramp if you're heading west. At 7 Traffic, I'm Lauren Lane. We'll have more traffic in 15 minutes.
And also
Also now at 8, a family left homeless after being forced out by flames. That fire breaking out in the home along Northwest 2nd Street and 16th Avenue in Miami. Everything inside the house was destroyed. The family did manage to get out safely. And flames breaking out into Deerfield Beach Hotel. Investigators surveyed the damage at the Holiday Park Hotels and Suites along West Hillsborough Boulevard and Southwest 12th Street. The fire was contained to one room and the heater may be deployed.
2 Fort Lauderdale police officers suspended for their alleged involvement in providing private security to disgraced attorney Scott Rothstein. Investigators say Sergeant Steve Greenlaw and Officer Deanna Garcia Lemieux coordinated Rothstein's off-duty detail.
Their job is to provide for the safety and security of the community as a whole. And so, nobody should have personal bodyguards from the city of Fort Lauderdale.
Well, Rothstein is accused of scheming investors out of more than $1 billion in a Ponzi scheme. He's agreed to plead guilty to those charges later this month, and that could mean spending the rest of his life behind bars.
Republicans have begun to call for Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid to step down from his post. This following a new book that quotes him making remarks about President Obama that have been widely interpreted as racially insensitive. Samantha Hayes has more on the controversy.
Controversial remarks made privately by Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid are now published in a new account of the 2008 presidential race. The new book, Game Change, quotes Senator Reid as saying then-candidate Barack Obama would do well in the election partly because of his, quote, light-skinned appearance and speaking patterns with no Negro dialect unless he wanted to have one. The chairman of the Republican Party says Reid should resign.
From my perspective, whether he steps down today or I retire him in November, either way, he will not be the leader in 2011.
Senator Reid has apologized, first to President Obama, who quickly accepted, saying, as far as I am concerned, the book is closed.
Senator Reid very appropriately immediately went out and apologized for comments that were insensitive. They were comments made in the context of him praising Senator Obama and supporting his candidacy for president.
But top Republicans say Democrats have a double standard, pointing to the controversy with Mississippi Senator Trent Lott, who lost his majority leader post in 2002 after praising one-time segregationist candidate Strom Thurmond.
When Democrats get caught saying racist things, an apology is enough. If that had been Mitch McConnell saying that about an African-American candidate for president of the United States, trust me, this chairman and the DNC would be screaming for its head, very much as they were with Trent Lott.
Democrats disagree with that assessment, saying there's no comparison between Lott's comments and Reid's, and the case is now closed. In Washington, I'm Samantha Hayes for Today in Florida.
President Obama says he's not planning to send American troops to Yemen or Somalia. General David Petraeus says Yemen's foreign minister is against the U.S. sending ground forces. Yemen came into the spotlight after investigators learned the suspect behind the failed Christmas Day terror attack may have received his training from al-Qaeda there.
Today in Florida at 8 o'clock is just getting started. Still ahead, shoppers and residents all shaken up by a powerful earthquake. Part of it caught on camera.
Passengers describing an intense ride when their plane has problems coming down.
There they go. There they go.
Wow, well, winter weather still has drivers slipping and sliding on the roadways. Julie?
Well, luckily, we're not seeing any type of moisture down here in South Florida. We're just dealing with the cold temperatures. The air temperature factored in with the wind speeds, it feels like 28 degrees in Fort Lauderdale, 29 in Pembroke Pines, 32 degrees is what it feels like in Miami, and 29 in Kendall. I'll have a lot more on this chilly forecast coming up in 2 minutes.
Time now for Fast Track Traffic.
All right, good morning to you from 7 Skyforce. We're showing you 95 southbound in the Golden Glades. You can see southbound delays here in the Golden Glades, which is typical for this time of the morning with all the connection ramps that connect you from the turnpike and everything else connecting you to southbound 95. You know those express lanes that they just put up a couple months ago where the cones are blocked off in the left lanes there? Well, guess what? They're about to start charging you for those lanes, and when they do, you will no longer have the free ride. You can see the express lanes there in the long shot right there. No toll for now. That starts on Friday, so you'll need to have that sun pass if you're heading to southbound 95. This will be an interesting experiment. Let's speak at the Palmetto Expressway, where it's not bad here at 122nd Street. We're seeing a little bit of a southbound slowdown, but very heavy delays northbound on the Palmetto, anywhere pretty much from Bird Road all the way up towards the Dolphin. Allow yourself extra time. And the Dolphin is really looking bad this morning with solid eastbound delays from the Turnpike all the way out towards the Red Road. Definitely try to avoid this bad boy if we can. Live from Skyforce, I'm Stephen J. Gray. Lauren Lane was through the 954 Broward County.
Well, good morning. Take a look at all of that congestion on 595. Eastbound traffic with more stopping than going all the way down toward 95 from I-75. Use Griffin Road to the south as your eastbound alternate. 95 this morning, northern portions not bad around that Cypress Creek bend. I-75 is just wrapping up the fender bender northbound at Royal Palm Boulevard. At 7 traffic in Lauren Lane. More traffic in 15 minutes.
There he goes. There they go. There they go.
Drivers in Knoxville, Tennessee making their way through hazardous conditions over the weekend.
Cars trying to drive uphill, not going very far. Icy roadways causing vehicles to slide in reverse and slam into other cars. Just like Florida, most of Tennessee has been approaching record lows over the past week.
Special Coast Guard icebreakers working in the waterways near Detroit, Michigan after a couple gets ship stuck. Crew members on those ships are not in danger. The 3 Coast Guard cutters are clearing shipping lanes through the ice while working on freeing those vessels.
Now, 7 weather with Julie Durga.
Well, on this Monday morning, it is one of the coldest mornings that we've had all season long. So make sure you are bundled up, grab the layers, give yourself plenty of time this morning to warm up your car. You might even see some frost on your windshield. Temperature of 37 degrees in Fort Lauderdale right now. The wind's moving in from the northwest at 8 miles per hour, making it feel even colder as you walk out the door. Miami seeing crystal clear skies with a temperature of 38. Earlier this morning, Miami broke the record with a temperature of 36. The record low was 37, and that was set in 1927. We broke that this morning. And in the Keys, also breaking another record low. The record low this morning was 48, set in 1970, and we actually got as cold as 42 degrees in Key West. With partly cloudy skies right now, it's 44 degrees. In the rest of the areas around town, temperatures are just downright cold. It's 37 degrees in Pompano Beach, as well as Hialeah and Oakland Park, 38 in Pembroke Pines, 35 in Kendall and Miccosukee, and right around the 5 o'clock hour, Kendall, Miccosukee reported temperatures in the upper 20s. So what does it feel like as you walk out the door? We're feeling like the 20s, 28 degrees in Fort Lauderdale, 29 is what it feels like in Pembroke Pines, 29 degrees in Kendall, 32 degrees is what it feels like in Miami. Because of that, temperatures dropping so low, we do have a wind chill advisory in effect for the metro and the coastal areas of Miami-Dade and Broward till 10 a.m. There's also a wind chill warning for inland portions of Miami-Dade and Broward until 10 a.m. We also are under a freeze warning until 10 a.m. for the inland areas of Miami-Dade and Broward. Now, not only that, this area is so cold, but it's also dry and dense. It is going to cause our relative humidity to drop below 35% for more than 4 hours today, and that's bringing us a brush fire warning that will start at 11 o'clock this morning till 6 p.m. Let's move to the current satellite. You can see just crystal clear skies across the whole state. We've got that northerly wind dominating the state of Florida, dragging that cold Arctic air down here to South Florida, and temperatures are proving it. There's a small craft advisory in effect today for your marine forecast in Miami-Dade and Broward. The bay will be to moderate chop. Small craft advisory for you in the lower Keys. Nearshore waters looking rough. The breeze will continue to pick up throughout the afternoon, so keep in mind with that northerly breeze, it will feel even colder as you walk out the door. We'll be seeing a lot of sunshine, so you'll need those sunglasses, but you'll be keeping those sweaters, coats, jackets, scarves, and gloves on all day because our highs will struggle to reach the upper 50s. Lows will be cold again. Our lows will be in the upper 30s, inland lower 40s for the coast. The wind chill factor may make it feel like the 20s and even the lower 30s. Here's your 7-on-7 forecast. We'll stay cold through the middle part of the work week, and then a little bit of a warm-up will be very well wanted, especially as we go into the weekend.
Caught on camera, shoppers running for cover after feeling the earth violently move under their feet. The 6.5 earthquake leaving store shelves toppled, cracks in walls, and even temporary power outages across parts of Northern California.
Residents and officials glad it was not worse, saying they were earthquake ready. Luckily, 7's Reed Cowan reports.
Emergency crews racing down streets that just minutes before were rolling. People in Northern California afraid after the quake.
It was panic. Tons of books, bookcases fell over. There was smoke coming out of the mall. Some chunks of the ceiling in the mall actually came down.
This was what it was like inside a store in one Northern California town. Watch here as 1 second everything is calm and business as usual, but the next, people running as the earth begins to shake. This temblor lasting several minutes. The quake hitting 20 miles off the California coastline, some 240 miles north of San Francisco.
It started shaking a little bit, shook a little bit more, calmed down, then it started really shaking.
Troy Land's hardware store took it hard. His store is a mess.
And stuff started flying, and at that point we just hung on.
Same with Joan Cattry's art shop. Pottery broken everywhere as the art of the day became the picture of a quake. Reed Cowan, 7 News, today in Florida.
Emergency crews say they saw a lot of people with bumps and bruises. One elderly woman fell and broke her hip. Officials say damage is in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Cross country, a convenience store clerk dodging danger. Surveillance cameras rolling as a masked man throws a Molotov cocktail at a clerk inside a Milwaukee, Wisconsin gas station. Bulletproof glass shielding that clerk from harm. Police believe that the attack was retaliation for the recent arrest of 2 juveniles accused of robbing the store. They're still looking for that attacker.
A rough landing for dozens on board a United Airlines flight in New Jersey. The belly and wing of the plane striking a runway at Newark Liberty International Airport when the landing gear failed to deploy.
The flight attendants came back and said, you know, we're having an issue with the landing gear, and we're going to have to evacuate the plane when we land, and we're going to have to get in brace position mode for a crash landing.
The flight from Chicago landed safely, though the runway had to be shut down for hours. None of the 53 people on board was injured.
Flames sending bullets flying into the air. A firefighter battling a garage fire in Colorado struck by a bullet when some stored hunting ammunition started going off from the heat. Fortunately, the bullet hit the man's firefighting gear, and he was not injured.
And still ahead on Today in Florida, the father caught up in the runaway balloon controversy, about to become a jailbird.
And collected with care, find out how you can help lift a soldier's spirit.
Care packages put together in our own backyard, going on a journey to soldiers serving overseas. Local car dealerships part of that project.
And there's still time for you to get in on it. 7's Richard Jordan has the story.
A little boost in morale going a long way.
The feedback from the soldiers is that this is what keeps them going.
Esserman Acura in Doral, just one of the South Florida Acura dealerships teaming up with the Forgotten Soldiers Outreach Program. Their mission is clear: to send needed items to soldiers serving overseas. Baby powder, shaving cream, and chapstick, symbols of encouragement and appreciation.
Every month when they receive a care package, it's full of donated items like we're trying to collect from here, as well as letters of encouragement from schools from all over the country.
We thought that if there's any way that we could support and help our troops in any way possible, we wanted to do it.
Inexpensive knickknacks proving to make all the difference for soldiers fighting to protect our country.
I thought it was great, and you know, when you're overseas and you're, 8,000 miles from home, it's nice to get, packages.
Brett Brookins, a past recipient of Forgotten Soldiers monthly care packages since it started in 2003, the part he cherished the most, gifts that came from the heart.
It was awesome. It was really awesome. It was nice to get letters from kids, saying, how much they're glad that I was doing what I was doing. And to thank me and the other soldiers.
This collection drive comes on the heels of the largest Florida National Guard deployment since World War II. Nearly 2,500 soldiers from the 53rd Infantry Brigade Combat Team will soon be headed to Kuwait and Iraq. The soldiers traveling to Fort Hood, Texas for additional training ahead of their year-long mission.
There's a whole list of items on our website, ForgottenSoldiers.org, where we have a list of needed items from baby wipes to beef jerky to Slim Jims.
It's just the right thing to do, and anything we can do to help these young men I think is essential.
So organizers are hoping to fill up this box with these inexpensive items, and the collections continue all the way through the end of the month till January 31st at any Acura dealership in Miami-Dade and Broward. Reporting in Doral, Richard Jordan, 7 News.
A look at our top stories next on Today in Florida, and you're going to find out how long you're going to need to load up the layers across South Florida. Julie has another check on the weather. It's coming up.
And Kids and Guns will tell you about an organization bringing the two together on purpose for safety.
Millions of Americans purchase a Medicare supplement insurance plan to help cover the gaps in Parts A and B of Medicare. But how can you be sure you have the right plan? With Humana's Medicare supplement plans, you get an affordable premium and your choice of doctors, all from a company with over 40 years of healthcare experience. Humana's most popular Medicare supplement plans cover hospitalization, medical expenses, emergency services, and care in a skilled nursing facility. Could Humana have what you're looking for in a healthcare plan? Here's a quick way to find out. Call 1-800-903-9540 and get this free booklet that will help you decide if one of our Medicare supplement plans is right for you. You could find everything you're looking for with a Humana plan. So get the book and see for yourself. There's no obligation and it's totally free. But you have to make the call. That's 1-800-903-9540.
When you feel good, people ask, what's your secret? No secrets. I take care of myself. And I eat Yo Plus. It has the great taste of Yoplait, plus antioxidants, plus fiber and probiotics, plus calcium and vitamin D. This new Yo Plus gives me proactive nutrition. When you've got Yo Plus, you don't need secrets.
Try new Yo Plus for free at yoplus.com and plus up your yogurt.
Wow! That's a low price! Wow! That's a low price! Wow! That's a low price!
How many products do we carry?
Wow!
7,000.
I'll get him a cart.
Yeah. Diggity dog! That's a low price!
Staples has low prices on everything you need for your office, and we mean everything. Staples, that was easy.
Time now for Fast Track Traffic.
Well, good morning. Right now, not a whole lot moving that fast on the Palmetto Expressway. The 826 wrapping up the southbound crash. That was around Tamiami Trail, so look out for that. A hit-and-run wreck now reported on the Palmetto. This is eastbound at Northwest 27th Avenue. It's holding some of that traffic up because eastbound right now into the Golden Glades interchange, not bad. That is actually still up to speed. US 1, fender bender southbound at Southwest 112th Street in Kendall. And right now, 95 at least into and out of the Golden Glades, courtesy of the Department of Transportation, looking good. Not bad, and like Stephen was saying all morning long, they won't start charging you for those express lane tolls south until Friday, so get the sun pass out ready for that. Heading out in Broward County, 595 eastbound traffic still under speed here as well. No accidents, though. That's good news. A drive is 30 minutes from 75 to 95. Instead, you could use Griffin Road to the south as your eastbound alternate. That's 7 traffic and more in lane. More traffic in 15 minutes.
This is 7 News Now.
A lot of people still feeling frosty across South Florida. 7 News viewers sending us pictures of the frost on their cars this morning. So how long will the cold blast last?
7's meteorologist Julie Dirt is here. She's got your forecast. Julie.
Well, good morning, Richard, Diana in South Florida. Today is the coldest day of the season. Temperature-wise, we already broke records for our overnight lows. This morning, we broke a record in Miami as well as Key West with our temperatures tumbling. Let me show you why. We've got crystal clear skies that appeared throughout the overnight hours. There was plenty of cloud cover yesterday, so that actually kept the temperatures throughout the overnight a little bit warmer. Therefore, this morning, once we saw clear skies arriving, we were allowed to see our temperatures tumble. Temperatures right now feel like 28 degrees in Fort Lauderdale, 29 degrees in Pembroke Pines, feel like temperature 32 in Miami, 25 in Homestead, and it feels like 29 in Kendall. Once you factor in the air temperature with the winds moving in anywhere this morning between 5 and 15 miles per hour, that's what's causing us to be under this wind chill advisory, because It feels so much colder as you walk out the door. Wind chill advisory for metro and coastal areas of Miami-Dade and Broward will go until 10 a.m. There is a wind chill warning for the inland areas of Miami-Dade and Broward till 10 as well. We're also under a freeze warning for the inland areas of Miami-Dade and Broward till 10. There will be a brush fire warning that will start at 11 until 6. We are anticipating our relative humidity to drop below 35%. And even though this air mass is cold, it's also very dense and dry. So just be careful out there. Any little spark could start a fire. Lots of sunshine today. That breeze will make it feel even colder throughout the whole day. You'll be keeping those sweaters, jackets, scarves, gloves on all afternoon. Our highs will struggle to reach the upper 50s. Lows, again, very chilly in the upper 30s inland, lower 40s for the coastal areas. With the wind chill, it'll feel like the upper 20s and the mid 30s tonight. We'll keep this cold weather in the forecast till about Wednesday, and then we'll see a shift in our winds, which will bring us an onshore breeze and warm up our temperatures. Perfect timing for the weekend. Have a great Monday.
The deep freeze sending a South Florida family to the hospital.
Family of 6 rescued from a home this morning, suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning. Investigators say the family living in a house near Northeast 160th Street and Northeast 9th Place in North Miami Beach was using a charcoal grill to heat their home.
The prolonged brutal cold has taken a toll on citrus orchards in Central Florida. Some farmers growing oranges say that their losses could add up to $500,000. Florida is also the nation's second largest producer of strawberries, which were close to their peak before the cold snap. Many farmers say it's still too soon to tell how much the freezing temperatures will cost them.
And a family left homeless after being forced out by flames. The fire breaking out in the home along Northwest 2nd Street and 16th Avenue in Miami. Everything inside the house was destroyed. The family did manage to get out safely.
2 Fort Lauderdale police officers suspended for their alleged involvement in providing private security to disgraced attorney Scott Rothstein. Investigators say Sergeant Steve Greenlaw and Officer Deanna Garcia Lemieux coordinated his off-duty detail.
Their job is to provide for the safety and security of the community as a whole. And so, nobody should have personal bodyguards from the city of Fort Lauderdale.
Rothstein is accused of scheming investors out of more than $1 billion in a Ponzi scheme. He's agreed to plead guilty to those charges later this month, and that could mean spending the rest of his life behind bars.
Richard Heaney set to begin serving his 90-day jail sentence today for a prank involving his young son. His wife will begin her 20-day sentence on weekends once he gets out. The couple arrested after making investigators believe that their son was on board a runaway helium balloon. Heaney pleaded guilty to the hoax, but has since said he is innocent.
For News 24/7, log on to WSVN.com.
Each year, hundreds of kids are accidentally killed by guns.
That's why many people believe that kids should be kept away from guns. But is the solution the exact opposite? 7's Patrick Frazier examines that question in this special assignment report, Study, Aim, Fire.
Kids and guns. Coral Springs, a 14-year-old accidentally shot by her best friend. Kids and guns. Fort Lauderdale, a 13-year-old accidentally shoots and kills himself. Kids and guns. South Dade, 10, 12, 14-year-olds firing away. Shooting and shooting. It's a Wednesday night at Trailglades Range in South Dade. 12 kids, many with 12-gauge shotguns, having a blast, trap shooting.
How would you describe shooting to somebody who's never shot a shotgun?
Amazing. You feel like nothing's there. Like there's no world. It's just you, the gun, and the target. That's it.
The kids are in a club called AIM, Academics, Integrity, and Marksmanship, created to teach youngsters about guns.
Makes them safer with guns?
Yeah, oh, definitely, definitely. Before they can even shoot out here, they go through an hour safety course. There you go, right there.
Cool.
Good, perfect.
When many people hear the words kids and guns, their first thought is no, don't let the kids get near the guns. The parents of these kids believe it's the exact opposite. Yes, let them shoot the guns. Shoot to learn to handle a gun safely. Shoot to take away the fascination of a gun.
I believe probably 99% of the accidents that occur with kids or guns
It's curiosity. Put the gun up on your shoulder.
Peter Nunez is one of the many parents who took a class to become an instructor. His son Brian is 11 and now has his own shotgun.
People watching this are going to say, what's an 11-year-old doing with a shotgun? Does he know what to do?
Yeah, I know what to do because I have all these coaches that teach us, and it's really fun.
The kids group is sponsored by the Cuban Hunters Club, which provides guns to kids who don't have one. It only costs $15 to shoot each night. Any kid can join if they make the grade.
They have to bring a report card every grading period, and they must all be A, B's, and C's. 98% of these kids are all A's and B's.
Not only do the kids get to shoot, they get to compete against other kids from around the country. They've done well in the classroom, and they've done well on the range.
What can you shoot out of 25 on a good day? 25.
It's rewarding, it's fascinating, it's fun. Pete Hernandez comes out here with his grandson. As a retired police officer, he wonders how many lives a course like this could save. What would happen if every kid in Dade and Broward could go through a course like this?
I think it would be great. We're doing a great thing here. We're teaching them about guns, safety #1, and responsibility, and that's what it's all about.
The kids are learning about guns and they're learning about themselves. They may not realize it, but their parents do. Peter has seen it in Brian.
It's changed his life, his self-esteem. His self-esteem has gone through the roof. He is so sure of himself.
Kids and guns.
What's it like to shoot a shotgun? How do you describe it to somebody who lives in the city who's never shot one?
You feel on top of the world. It's amazing.
Safety and fun. Study, aim, fire. Patrick Frazier, 7 News.
And if you would like to sponsor kids who would like to learn to shoot safely, call the AIM Youth Program at 786-473-9100.
A check on traffic and weather coming up next on Today in Florida.
Plus, a group of Boy Scouts practicing the golden rule after making a golden find.
Time now for Fast Track Traffic.
Good morning. Right now on the Dolphin Expressway, the 836 not easing up just yet. This drive is pretty slow east from Galloway down toward 95. No accidents. That's the typical morning ride. And it is going to take about 30-35 minutes in between there. You could always use Flagler as your eastbound alternate. The Don Shula Expressway is a new accident northbound at the Snapper Creek Expressway. And Okeechobee Road is fender bender westbound at the Palmettos on-ramp. Speaking of the Palmetto Expressway, the 826 not as slow as the Dolphin, but this drive south is going to take 30 minutes in itself between the big curve and the Dolphins on-ramp. Now, there is an accident clearing on the Palmetto East. That was at Red Road. The Turnpike northbound is clearing up a collision at the Don Shula Expressway's entrance now off to the side. And if you're making your way through Broward County, 595 East, starting to ease up, passing Pine Island. Again, no accidents, but it was pretty slow from 75 toward 95. Instead, you could always still use Griffin Road to the south as your eastbound alternate. This is 95 this morning, just around Griffin Road. If you're making your way past this area northbound, there is a multi-car wreck, as you can see there, off to the left side, not causing any delays. You do have the Turnpike as well up to speed with no incidents reported from 595 to the Sawgrass. At 7 Traffic, I'm Lauren Lane. Make it a great day.
Now, 7 Weather with Julie Durda.
We'll come to the television screen and take a look at this South Florida. We are taking a live look outside to southwest Miami-Dade where crops are being sprayed down. Keep in mind, we have been under a freeze warning all morning long. Temperatures have tumbled. We have seen temperatures in the upper 20s and lower 30s around the 5 o'clock hour. Now we have a viewer picture I wanted to show you. Take a look at this. Judy from North Miami actually sent us a picture. We have another one that says WSVN Channel 7. She actually picked that picture out right around 6:30 this morning, but you can see other people waking up this morning with plenty of frost on the windshields and even on the roof of their cars. So you're going to need to give yourself some time this morning as you head out the door to defrost, I guess you can say, but you're going to need those sweaters and jackets all day long. Unfortunately, our temperatures are going to struggle to rebound. Even though we're seeing plenty of sunshine out there, that sunshine is only going to warm our temperatures up to the upper 50s. You'll definitely be needing some sunglasses. Temperatures right now, 37 degrees in Fort Lauderdale, 38 Miami, 44 in Key West. Earlier this morning, Miami already broke the record low that used to be 37 degrees, which was set in 1927. We had a low of 36. Also, Key West broke the old record of 48 degrees. We had a record of 42 that was met this morning. Other temperatures we're looking at, 38 in Pembroke Pines, 35 in Kendall. The breeze moving in anywhere between 8 and 16 miles per hour, making it feel even colder as you walk out the door. Feel like temperatures in the 20s, 29 in Pembroke Pines, 28 in Fort Lauderdale and 25 in Homestead, even 29 degrees in Kendall. Because of how chilly it is, we do have a wind chill advisory in effect for metro and coastal areas of Miami-Dade and Broward till 10 a.m. A wind chill warning is in effect for the inland areas till 10 a.m. Freeze warning is in effect for the inland areas of Miami-Dade and Broward until 10. We're also going to be under a brush fire warning because our relative humidity is forecasted to drop below 35% for more than 4 hours today, starting at 11 till 6 p.m. Inland areas of Miami-Dade and Broward will be affected by that. Our highs today will struggle to reach the upper 50s. It's going to be another cold afternoon. Our lows tonight will be chilly again, upper 30s, lower 40s. Factor in the wind chill, we're talking 20s and 30s again. You'll need those sweaters and jackets till the middle part of the work week, and then we'll have a nice warm up to end the work week and begin the weekend. Have a great Monday.
We're not done just yet. Coming up next from the Plex, some Boy Scouts uncovering a shiny surprise while recycling.
And we're going to tell you about a late night battle that could be ruffling the feathers on the Peacock Network. A Boy Scout troop in California honoring their oath while recycling Christmas trees. The group spotting something shiny and gold among the pine needles, but it wasn't an ornament. As it turns out, it was a wedding ring.
And now they hope to find its rightful owner. 7's Luann Sorrell is live in Plex with the details. Luann.
Richard, it's a missing item mystery for the Scouts, and there's more than just a merit badge on the line.
Man, this is heavy.
In a place where Christmas trees come to be rested and recycled, the Sacramento, California Cub Scouts took in more than just pine needles and branches.
I found a gold ornament in here, pine cones and sticks, Starbucks, cupcakes.
And they discovered something else. It was like finding a needle in a haystack.
We found this ring today in the parking lot when we were out picking up trees. Someone must have dropped it when they dropped off their tree.
The holiday, known for 5 golden rings, yielded a single abandoned handcraft one right in the drop-off lot.
I had that ring and it was my ring. I would like to have it back.
Well, it's Scout law, you know, being trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind. And so then they really follow that. And it's really an opportunity to really teach Scout oath and Scout law in action.
Get it, get it, get it!
The troop of 5 to 9-year-old detectives is hard at work trying to track down the owner in the case of the missing ring.
But we will get our hands dirty.
In the meantime, puts it with the rest of the lost items. The owner should know this ring is safe with them.
Do your best!
Scouts honor. How cute are they? Well, the Sacramento Scouts recycle trees every year as a community service and a fundraiser, and they're pretty sure that ring was not meant to be recycled. Live in the Newsplex, I'm Luann Sorrell, today in Florida.
A shakeup at NBC creating a late-night showdown. The network deciding to pull the plug on Jay Leno's primetime experiment. The nightly show will end with the beginning of the Winter Olympics next month. NBC instead wants Leno to return to his old-time slot at 11:35. If he accepts the offer, Conan O'Brien's Tonight Show and Jimmy Fallon's show would be pushed back. No word if either of the comics have agreed to the changes, and we will be right back.
Take a look at this picture. We got a picture in from Judy from North Miami. This was taken at 6:30 this morning. Thank you, Judy. And this is just some of the frost that we saw this morning. Temperatures dipped down below freezing, so a lot of you were sending in your pictures. Please send us more pictures. You can send it to 7@WSVN.com. Temperatures right now still very chilly, and unfortunately, we're going to struggle to reach the upper 50s. So keep those sweaters and jackets on. I'll have a lot more in your forecast coming up at noon. See you then.
All right, Julian, that'll do it for Today in Florida at 8 o'clock. I'm Diana Diaz.
I'm Richard Lemus. Be sure to join us later today for 7 News at noon.